enough slides for it. And secondly, as you can hear, my voice is quite bad today, and I'm really afraid that I will lose it. So let's go into our presentation and how you can become a champion of your customer. So, as Jack said it very rightly, the cloud is the cloud and SMB love story, and I think we're quite okay on this one. And so I want to show some research like the $131 billion Gartner says this is worth this market, or CST who says that 80% of the companies who go into the cloud are happy with it and want to grow. And for you hosters, and us hosters is very important, the average number of cloud businesses will grow. But there is a basic question I want to ask here, which is why infrastructure and platform as a service were this instant and immediate success in cloud adoption? If you look at infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, you see that these are services which are clearly designed from engineers to engineers. These are clearly products where the message is absolutely fitting the audience. So what about SaaS? Are we really fitting the message with the audience? So the question is why SaaS isn't such a heavy and fast adopting thing as infrastructure and platform as a service. So in order to answer this question, I really have some questions to ask, which is, what do SMBs really want? So the small and mid-sized businesses, they really want single contact for cloud service. I think this is obvious. Microsoft says it, 56% prefer to purchase cloud applications from one single vendor, and Gartner says it, everybody says it. So it is very important to bundle the cloud services for the SMBs. On top of it, SMBs want to be more mobile, and they want to handle bring your own device. They really want to not to be held back anymore, to handle the charge of their own. How they can when people want to bring their own devices, so that they really can take it on and use all these tools that you were provided by the company or cloud services on their own devices. And then again, very positive for the hosting world is that SMBs are really planning to use more cloud. So the other question to ask is, are these cloud services really adapted to the consuming SMB audience? So I show you some control panels which are out there. And these are all very good control panels. The challenge here is, as much as companies are using cloud services coming from wherever, as less they are having servers in their company, as less as they are having administrators in the company who are able to handle these kind of control panels, because they have no clue. They don't know. They will not read the whole message there on their panel and try to find out how this is working. They will just not use it. The other question to ask is, are these cloud services really consumable? If you look at these three examples, these are three very good solutions out there. But if you want to use, or if an end user in a small and mid-sized business wants to use cloud services, what will happen? He has to know the password, the login, the URL, specific URL of his SharePoint or whatever, and he has to open up his browser, he has to open up different browsers, different tabs, he will close one again, he will always lose them. It's not usable or consumable. So what does it take really for an end user in a small and mid-sized business to consume more cloud services? So what it really takes is the flexibility and the mobility of the solutions he is consuming. He really needs to use it wherever he wants. He really needs to use it on either his PC in the office, or his iPad at home, or his iMac at home. It needs the usability. We are in a consumer-driven world, so we have to deliver the services in a way where the users have the experience of being very simple. Like the the Apple kind of usability. Customization, you have to give the possibility to the user to customize this solution, to make it his own, to bring up his own style, to bring up his own shortcuts or whatever. You have to integrate. That's very, very important. You have to be able to integrate all the solutions he needs into this environment. Because if you're not able to integrate them, then still he has to break out into an on-premise or whatever solution. And last, but absolutely not least, you have to have the single sign-on. If you're not having a single sign-on, then you're having the problem that people in the company will not use it. And you know, at the end, for us as LuxCloud and for you as a hoster, we will earn money only when people are using the services and they are buying more. So what brings me to the discussion about what does this all mean for hosters? So the question is really, is your hosting company at risk of flatlining? After all these years of exponential growth, you're coming into a situation where margins are getting thinner, where the challenge of competition is getting bigger. And the question is, are you really providing your customers with the cloud service they ask for? Are you really giving to your customers what they want? Imagine you're a Linux hoster, and there's so many of you inside this room, and you have maybe 3, 5, 7% of your customers asking for SharePoint and Dynamics CRM. And they still want to use your hosting and your email, even your Linux email. Are you really ready to lose this customer because you're not able to deliver the other service? It's a very question to ask. So the other question is, are your services really consumable by the end user in an SMB? Are you thinking about it? Is this one of your important things, to know if your services are really consumable with your delivery? Sorry. Thank you for mine. So, or, very important, could you just drive more revenue by enabling new service for your customers? But then you are in a challenge, because you cannot do everything. You're not able to produce all these services, either because you just don't have the knowledge in the company and don't want to bring it up. And secondly, it is not scaling, because it is maybe just for a small percentage of your customer base. So that's why I'm asking you, why are you becoming a full cloud service provider? Because this would mean for you that you will dramatically reduce your churn rate. Because, well, as Jack said it all over the years, as much services you're adding and selling to a customer, as more sticky you get to him, as better you keep him in your customer base. Well, you're increasing your customer base because, well, less people going, more people coming. And ultimately, you increase your average revenue per user. So, all that is possible if you, as hosters, step up and become and integrate these solutions into the workflow of your customers. You have to provide the guidance, consulting, the adaptation, and the implementation of the services into your customer base, into the workflow of your customers. This is a unique positioning hosters right now have, because hosters can become the next IT delivery companies for all SMBs worldwide. They have to step up and talk to their customers. That's why SMBs will continue to trust you when you do that, when it comes to manage their cloud services. So together, we can be ready for this new cloud service world. Because you can focus on your core competencies. You're a Linux hoster, you have the huge VPS business, run it, make it as good as possible. You are the one who can do this best. Deliver added value services to your customers. Bring them more services. Talk to them, consult them. And then, very importantly, rent the rest. Don't try to handle everything yourself. If you as said, the Linux hoster, to try to build up Microsoft knowledge in your company. You will fail. You will fail because of two things. First of all, you have to hire a new workforce, and second of all, you're not scaling because you will have a hosted Exchange and a hosted SharePoint for 200 users, which will not scale. And on the pricing side, you will not earn money. So that's how you will become the customer, your customer's champion. And that's why we at LuxCloud are building for you the global channel-centric marketplace for cloud services. So as said, it was 10 minutes. No, 11. If you want to know more, if you want to understand how we can help you in order to achieve what I just talked about, please visit us at our booth. Look at Gateway for Cloud. You can even win an iPad Mini every day. And if you want to have more in-depth information, on Thursday, Joost Pistos, head of product development of my team, will be happy to explain you the unexplained mysteries. Thank you very much.
Everybody. There. No, we're shaking now, actually, because you're infected. Just before we go, can I just check, does anyone have any questions for Marco? Just to completely finish off his voice. I think you're safe. Okay. So, now you guys get a choice of where to go. Can I have you?
Oh, that's
right. Just no time, it's real. You get a choice of where to go now. So at 3:10 we start our speed sessions. Now we've got several speakers, each of them only has 10 minutes. So this year we've got 2 sessions going on at once. Some of them are in the Sans Souci room and some are in the Bellevue room. Then there's another break at 4:10. And then, I don't know why I'm talking to you. And then from 4:50 it's the hosting sessions. These are the in-depth sessions I told you about. There are 4 to choose from. We have a very short video to explain where you have to go so you don't get lost and end up on a roller coaster, which we'll play now.